What is going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another video. It is your boy Rish, and we are at the other shop, the garage shop where we started at. We're back trying to make some progress with the white TSX. It's been a little while, so I'm trying to get to it now again and give you guys some content, some more updates, and just make progress, man, because I really want to get the show on the road, especially now that I took it further and I'm going to be painting the engine bay, and I'm doing my subframe stuff right now, a bunch of rust repair. It's going to be a journey. That's all I can say. It's going to be quite the journey to do all this, especially for the first time. So I'm trying to grind it back down, get whatever rust I can off, and then coat it with the rust protectant, and then let it sit, and then put some edging primer on the stuff, and then go from there. So yeah, I'm show you guys what I'm doing right now. So I'm back at the subframe. I'm gonna get this all grinded down again, and then clean it, degrease it, put that on, let it sit for 24 hours or whatever, and then get some etching primer. I got this crap from Harbor Freight because I couldn't find anywhere else a gray self-etching primer. All it was like an army kind of greenish one, and I can't really find these anymore, and used to be able to. Anywho, let me get to some grinding. This is really all I'm doing, find a little rust off that's accumulating again, and get that grinded down. Getting all these welded spots. That's where a lot of the rust kind of builds up at. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm not going to show you guys a bunch of me, grinding, but I'll give you guys updates in between. Get back to you guys. Now that I kind of got, things grinded down again, got some more rust off, I'm coming over here with a Scotch pad. The painted surfaces that, doesn't really have rust, I kind of want to just rough up a little bit. This is how you may go about it. Sorry for the background noise. They're doing roofing over there and construction, but so yeah, I'm just going around making sure everything's kind of scuffed up, making sure everything's kind of scuffed up right here, and good to be able to lay some primer on or whatever, and hopefully it all sticks and stuff. I don't know how I'm gonna go about this just yet with painting it and stuff, because obviously powder coating is probably the best way, but I'm trying to do things myself, and I don't have a compressor, and I don't have a big enough oven machine for that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try to figure something out. I don't know if rattle canning is gonna be good, and I just try to let it soak in Florida's sun. So yeah, I'm just going around kind of scuffing everything up. Things kind of moist, been rubbing this stuff around. I'm kind of just coating all the base metal and obviously the more rusty spots with this stuff, asphalt, that stuff, rust coating, protecting, preps it for paint wise. So I put all that on. I'm gonna have to let this dry for 24 hours basically. Coat it, flip it, let it dry, flip it, do the other side, clean it up, coat it, and then prime it all at once kind of thing. Probably go about it like that. Coat the base metal spots with this self-etching primer, and go from there. Made a little bit of a mess. And I think ideally you want to put it when you're kind of lower on fuel, you're able to burn it through and then build more gas in. So yeah, then just throw away your bottle. Throw away your bottle. You're strong and buff.
Tomorrow.
What's going on, y'all? It is the next day, back here again after 24 hours or so, and I kind of laid down a little extra layer of the asphalt on the first side. I'm gonna have to come over here and Scotch spray these painted surfaces just to rough it up like I did on the other side. Leave it for 24 hours or whatever, coat it a little bit again like I did, you know, the bottom side, and should be good for that etching primer that I have over there. So I could be able to, you know, cover these base metal spots and kind of figure out the game plan that I'm gonna do with this. If I'm just gonna kind of spray it myself with rattle cans and hope for the best. I don't know, man. We'll see about all that. This, on the other hand, man, this is like a lot. I'm gonna have to take out all the seam sealer. Hopefully there's not a bunch of rust under there, and, you know, get that all squared away. You gotta take off all the seam sealer, because if I'm painting the engine bay, you gotta take that off. So that should be fun. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. I've never done this before, but I just kind of jumped right into it. So I guess there's not like too much of going back. Yay! I got it all kind of like sanded down, scuffed again, and as you can tell, probably it's a little wet. Yeah, now I'm just gonna let it sit for like another 24 hours until tomorrow. Give it some time. Saturday evening and Sunday, we're gonna try and bust out some TSX work over here. Give you guys this content, keep you updated, because it's been a while, so we gotta get back into the swing of things. What is going on, everybody? So, another day, another car shenanigans, doing some things. These were the old ones to this car, but now that has my newer front suspension from the white TSX. I'm actually gonna be cleaning these knuckles and stuff up just from a bunch of grease and whatever. I don't think I'm gonna paint it just yet. Probably gonna restore and rebuild these. I need hubs for the white TSX since I stole it for this. I might get the hardened bushings for the control arms. Obviously new ball joints, probably wheel bearing while I'm at it as well. And kind of just clean it up and go from there. But right now I'm just waiting because we're about to head out and go for a ride right quick. Oh, and the problem did not stop. It happens a lot less frequently, but it still happens. I could drive for quite a while and the check engine light doesn't pop up, and I could even hit VTEC a couple times, but it still feels a little sluggish, like it's not really hitting, but it is. Then yeah, I could hit it a couple times, drive a little bit, and it still doesn't pop up, but then I go on a D-cell and the check engine light just pops up. So I don't know. I got a homie sending me a VTEC solenoid that I'm waiting. Should be coming Thursday. It's a used one that's been sitting, but he was supposed to use it but didn't. So maybe, hopefully, that will fix my problem. Hopefully, you know, that's what it is. So we shall see. But it doesn't fully feel like it's hitting, or it's like kind of like delayed or sluggish, but like this problem is intermittent. I don't know. The problem comes and goes. You see me revving out, I'm hitting VTEC, and check engine light's not popping up, but then I would go like this on the D cell and it would just like pop up. It's extremely weird, but in the long run, I know I'm gonna have to do the timing, because in reality, that's what it is. You hear the rattle at the startup. That's a big common problem. The VTC actuator, and to do with the timing chain, that being like loose or tension gear. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys really quick. Durango RT. So now we're back. Oh, it's so bright over there. So I'm just gonna clean these things up real quick. Kind of spraying it down with this shabazz, and I'm gonna wipe it down, get it like non-greased up, and then we could bring this back to the in-laws and get it set up for the white TSX. Because I gotta get that to be a roller again, so I can bring it here and somehow create more space and work on it here. That's what we're trying to do. Oh man, so much splatter around from the axles and stuff. I could grab the power washer and do it that way. I picked up this hose a couple days ago from Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Walmart. You know, I got a lot of Harbor Freight, man. I like Harbor Freight. Power washer seemed like the best bet. Then I might just wipe it down with a microfiber or something. Yeah, just clean these things up and get them ready. I should take these things out too. So let me pop these things out of here. Clean them up too. I need to buy new ones anyway for the white one now and just upgrade things. Hopefully I'm not too bright. I finished up cleaning the hubs and whatnot, just kind of wiping down, getting the majority of the grease and grime off. And I just kind of started pressure washing some other things. Like I cleaned this window and area real quick. Forgot to get this corner, touch it up. I just sprayed the car down because it was kind of dusty and had a little bird crap all around it. So just sprayed it off with the pressure washer right here. This thing's actually works pretty nice and it's nice and portable. So that's what I like about it. Came over here and I was like, hey, we like to hang out over here. Started cleaning it. It was like, damn, that should look kind of good. And it was coming off real easy. So cleaned up off around here, got dirt out of there, and it looks pretty good right now, shining. The hubs are up in here, control arms. Definitely got to clean up around over here and kind of reorganize a little bit. Plus, I've been wanting to do another oil change just to kind of run stuff through and go back to using 5W30. Got the filter, got the attachment to get the filter off, and yeah, so there's like a list of things that I need to get done and start trying to tackle more and find and switch out. I'm gonna make a big video on that. We're gonna get to a lot of different videos, trying to get back into it. And yes, I do have my shirt off, kind of forgot, but it is Florida and it's hot and humid, so you know the vibes. So I just decided, since it's only 12:30 and I still have like 2-ish hours before I gotta get ready for work, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my oil change right now. It's still a bit hot, you know, but it's been sitting for a little bit, so it shouldn't be too bad. Here, because if you guys watch my Instagram story, I was at the shop and we popped out 2 motors out there each.
This is the Toyota Beetle.
It's hella fun. My tools. Yes, I actually did replace the bulb and crush washer with a new OEM one. I'm looking at it, it looks brand new. Barely any touch. I did an oil change before, it's pretty fresh. And this is coming out decently dark, so I got this oil filter out, got everything drained, the plug's back on. I mean, I'm sure you guys could tell that oil's pretty dark right there, you feel? And honestly, I don't even think it's been 3,000 miles. It definitely hasn't. And that's how dark it already is. But I did add seafoam, so it did clean out some of the system, I'm sure. And this comes up from it. Right now, I'm supposed to be using my homie Beat CO9's oil funnel that screws on right here, but I can't find it, and it's probably at the other house. It's 4.4 quarts with the filter, but you would want to pour, 4.4 and then start the car, let it run for a couple seconds or whatever, let the oil go through into the filter, and then recheck your oil. Alright, so what I do with my old oil is I got this jug from Walmart. I think this is like 11 gallons or something. Oh, 7 gallons I guess. 7 gallons. I just pour the old oil in here, and then I go to like Mavis Brake and Tire, or Tire and Brakes, or whatever they're called. And they have, you know, they take oil filters, they also take old batteries. They thank me every time for bringing my old oil there and any, you know, of those things, and not, you know, dumping them somewhere, throwing them away or whatever. You know, so I always try to be good about that.
Eventually,
What is going on, everybody? We are back with another day with more updates on the white turbo TSX build. It may not look like we're going turbo, but we are. We received some parts. We've been starting to build, you know, the arsenal up of things. Shout out to Laro again for providing us with a turbo, gifting us one. Big shout out to you, homie. That was unexpected. And along with like Hybrid Racing and all these other companies and people just sending me things and helping out the build, making one less thing or a couple less things off the long list. We're back after like 2 days. You guys seen where I last left off. You know, I grinded this down and I recoated it with the Ospo right there. Wipe it down really quick, and then we're gonna get to doing the primer, because that's what I came here to do today. Get the primer down, coat this base metal, all this stuff, and so I don't have to keep like taking intervals and it comes like, you know, it's rusty again and whatnot. So try to get it done right now. I'm a little helper right here. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
We are fucking live.
Already, bro? We're already live, bro? Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. So, as you can tell, we're masking. We're taping. We're getting it done. Look. Done. Done. Let me also take out this one random clip that's left in here. I kind of forgot about it. Mask it up so I don't get primer over there, whatever. This masking tape, 3M, from Harbor Freight, is actually pretty good. $5, pretty cheap. In the auto parts store, they're a lot more expensive. Sometimes they don't even work as good. So, yeah, this one works pretty good.
It is self-etching primer time.
Got this from Harbor Freight. I don't know, this is like the only place I can find it gray. I'm trying to be a little bit like generous still on the base metal spots, but I also like I'm not trying to do too much of a coating of this. Like I said, this is my first time going about any of this. The back is hurting, bro. Now we're heading on the other side. We still got about like half the can or a little bit more. Shitty, look at that. Shit. Just kidding. I mean, it's just laying down primer, doing exactly what I just sip, 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 sip. And you huff it in. Alrighty, y'all. So we finished up right here, right quick. Everything's all self-etch primed. A lot to do with this thing. As you can tell, like, I got it down to base metal, some rust spots reappeared, so now I'm gonna have to focus back on this, at least some of the areas that I already touched, and get a little bit of primer around there too, the self-etching, and maybe a little bit of the rust protectant coating. Do you guys like watching this progress on the white TSX? It's a little something different. It's kind of going more in depth with doing this, because like when I record about doing this engine bay and all this and that, like I kind of really want to record everything to really show you guys how much work or whatever it may take. With that being said, I feel like, you know, we kind of did a little bit with the white TSX, kind of talked about, you know, the updates and what we've been doing, and now we're making some more little progress. Pretty happy about, because, you know, I want to get to it. I just want to see this thing together again and be able to drive it, because yeah, it's been a while. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you for always watching and kind of leaving your feedback and just supporting. You guys mean the world and make this show go on, so thank you for being part of it, and Peace. We never take a day off.
Round the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, like the weed and take off. So high, I cannot see.